ATC Weather Lab. Here's Eric's forecast.
We had another day with some very heavy rains that pushed across portions of Acadiana. Some locations picking up anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of rain in a matter of 45 minutes or so. That did cause some minor street flooding, but the good news is most of that is now drained off and things are looking good across the area. Still do have a couple showers, but they should end shortly. Friday looks to be on the drier side, but the daily rain chances do look to return just in time for the weekend, but it won't be a washout. So let's take a look outside at what it looked like earlier today. You can see those nice puffy cumulus clouds starting to develop early this morning as we headed towards 10, 11 o'clock with some blue skies, but eventually as we pushed into the afternoon, they started to get some elevation and allowed for that rainfall to start to come out of them as we push through the afternoon. And now as we go into the evening, most of them have rained themselves out. So let's kick it upstairs and take a look at the enhanced satellite and radar. The main activity actually started offshore, but then the weakening boundary moved right along the Gulf Coast, and that got those showers and storms to fire up, and they quickly fired up right after lunchtime today and continued with us through the afternoon. Pretty much right along the I-10 corridor. Alexandria and on northward stayed dry today, but you can see those intense rainfalls that did push across the area brought down some very heavy rains in some locations, mainly over Vermilion Parish. That's where the heaviest showers were located. Then over the last couple hours down through Iberia and into St. Mary Parish. But you can see just about everyone at least saw some rain showers today. So let's zoom in, see where the rain's still happening at this hour, and you can see some light to moderate activity continues back through Iberia Parish. New Iberia just seeing some light rains. Most of this is beginning to die out. The heavier rains still continue down towards Jeanerette. Also have some rains over in towards Vermilion Parish and Abbeville and Delcombe, but you can see the general trend has for this to been weakening. Also some more light to moderate activity across all of St. Mary Parish. That does include Morgan City and up into lower St. Martin Parish of Stevensville. That does look to continue, so I wouldn't be surprised if St. Mary Parish continues with the rain for the next hour, but I would say by 9, 10 o'clock most of this is coming to an end, and it is already beginning the weekend a good bit from what it looked like at 5 o'clock. Also, a couple outflow boundaries have sparked off a few thunderstorms north of the interstate in Calcasieu Parish. Those are working their way off to the west and making their way into Texas, but most of us should begin to dry out, as I mentioned, in the next hour or so. Temperatures today got up to 90 degrees here at the Hub City right before the rains moved in, and that has helped cool things off as most of us are now sitting in the mid to upper 70s as we go through the evening. But you can see just to the north where the rain didn't come in, some very hot temperatures, 94 for Alexandria, 96 for Natchitoches up into Shreveport. I'm expecting this heat to make its way into across our area if we get rid of the rain showers tomorrow. So do expect a very warm Friday to end out our work week, and that's how the model plays it. So dry conditions tomorrow morning, maybe a coastal shower, and we'll keep a low end chance for a pop-up shower at some point tomorrow, but you can see the coverage much lower than what it has been the past couple of days. So I do think most of us are now able to dry out a little bit on our Friday, but I won't rule out 1 or 2 stray showers. But with the drier weather, that should mean hotter temperatures as we will push into those mid-90s tomorrow. Maybe an evening shower down along the Gulf Coast, but I think even that might be overdoing it a little bit. And Art of the Model paints a very similar picture, maybe a coastal shower, but for the better part, Friday looks dry and hot. In the evening, might have to watch for an isolated shower working its way from east to west off the basin just because there's so much moisture still on the ground. Then by Saturday, we start to see a little bit more activity, but still not overly that impressive. So we'll go maybe 30% chance for an isolated shower. Bump that then up to a 40% chance for Sunday, as I do think we get a little bit more of that Gulf moisture to return. So a little better coverage for some scattered showers. You even see some of the yellows showing up, so maybe some of those heavier showers pushing back into the area. Then it's just going to be a rinse, wash, and repeat into next week with daily showers Monday afternoon, dying out in the evening, then picking up again Tuesday and even into Wednesday, although the coverage does look to be going down as the week moves on. So we'll keep that in mind, but it does look like you will want to keep the umbrella handy. So showers dying out tonight with decreasing clouds late. We'll get down to a low of 75. Hot is going to be the theme for our Friday. 95 degrees, feeling like 103 to 107. Low end chance for an isolated shower during the afternoon. We stay on the low rain chances Saturday, but bump them up Sunday and into the first half of next week with temperatures, because of the rain, not nearly as hot in the lower 90s, maybe even some upper 80s with a little bit more rain around. And that continues through much of next week and even into the following weekend. Still might have to keep an eye on what's going on in the tropics, so those numbers could change a little bit.